Hey guys, it's Tazing Animations here. I'm in my office, and one of the things I always get from people talking about me is that I build good. So in this video, the first episode of Tazing Teaches, I'm going to be going over common things to avoid while building. These are just, like your basic stuff that you gotta avoid, because some of these things are just absolutely, disgusting. So let's get going. Now, this right here is your 2011 Minecraft build palette. Now, while it's not something you should avoid, it's just that there's more blocks than just oak wood and cobblestone. Like, look at this. You go to wood section, you got 9 woods. 9. Not just one. Cobblestone, there's more than just cobblestone. There's deep slate, and lots of other options. This is not a bad build palette, it's just there's more options in Minecraft. Wool is good, but there's concrete, there's terracotta, there's all kinds of other stuff to work with. While I'm not saying don't use this build palette, I'm just saying there's more blocks in Minecraft than just oak, wood, and stone. This right here was like everyone's first Minecraft build. If yours was a dirt house, it was your second Minecraft build. You have your basic inside, your outside. Now, one of the biggest things about this build, and why you should avoid it, is your head touches the ceiling. Like, there is no space to even, jump around. You're just like... And also that window, not the way. So now, if you want to continue using your 2011 build palette, here's some simple ways to improve your Minecraft box. First, you can rip out these corners and slap some pillars in. This basically just kind of breaks up all that oak wood texture, and it's already kind of looking better. You can then slap some cobblestone on the bottom, and this does another job. This kind of does what the pillar does, to where it's not just you're looking at oak wood. Building in single color boxes, that is a sin. A Minecraft sin. And this window, another pretty easy fix is paints. And it's like, look, that's just basic improvement. If I want to go a little more, I could punch this out, kind of add that. If I want to go even more than that, I could grab these stone brick slabs and run them across the top, kind of like this, and overhang it on the front, and that Minecraft box is literally looking so much better now, with only a couple of basic changes. I'm like, you can do that. And then we get to the next thing, where you have a wall that looks like this. Now, they have the pillars, they got the cobblestone, they got the windows, but the main problem is, well, we're gonna go over this wall, is that window, you either have your windows that make sense, there's a couple ways to fix this. You make it so you have 2 windows. You can make it 1 window, maybe a window like this, or you can do windows like this. There's lots of different options for doing windows on a wall. But another thing is, if you want more detail, you can rip this entire wall out, kind of like that, and put it back a block, so that it adds another layer of depth. And then from there, using your glass, you can then add another layer of depth from there, and then grabbing some spruce trapdoors and some spruce stairs, you can set something up like this on the sides with the spruce trapdoors, and then the stairs, and bring it towards the center, and right there you put a lantern. And it's pretty easy to see how it changes from this wall that kind of still is a little flat to this wall. So yeah, building flat is basically a Minecraft sin, not like a building sin. Not that it's bad to build flat, but it just looks better when there's layers of depth. Because with this build, you have this layer right here, your oak wood, and then you have the layer of the cobblestone, and then the layers of the windows, kind of giving you 3 different layers you're currently working on. The next sin is building your 2012 OP Minecraft house. Like, everyone has built something that looks like this, where you use all of your bank account to make a house. And while it does look pretty rich, it looks completely nasty. Like, you don't want to roll up to the server with a house that looks like this, or your pure diamond block houses. That is just complete no. Another thing to avoid is building a house with a massive overhang. Now, this is something that's common on older worlds of mine, but really, a massive overhang, your house is just gonna tip over. Like, if Minecraft had physics, this house would be done. So now, by ripping this out, literally a simple way to fix this is, again, you can slap some pillars right here and here, and that gives it a little more support. It makes more sense. And then from there you can detail the pillars more and just add some more detail. If you throw in some pillars, like, actually no, I'd throw in the pillars like right here, and you can connect them to that side, connect them to that side. And then from there, your house doesn't look like it's just floating anymore. While it still does look pretty basic, it doesn't look like it's floating. And having a house that defies physics in a game with no physics is not okay. And then the inside could also use some work, but like right up here with the glass, I understand everybody likes their stampy balconies to where it's glass and it looks like this. But one of the main problems with a stampy balcony is, like, you're dealing with glass right next to a door, and that does look good, but it just looks like a little weird. And so for me, an easy solution is just to put the glass on one side, a door on the other side. And you can still have your balcony, and you can still have your glass. Or if you want to keep a full block of glass, just do something like that. Break it up a little bit. I feel like that looks better than having two glass blocks on both sides of the door. So I can understand a glass door would be very nice. And then from here, just add some more support. You can add in the fence posts. Another really simple fix. This is another thing to avoid when you're building a house and you just have window spam. Now, windows is good. Lots of windows is not good. Again, this is pretty simple. Break it up with the pillars is literally just something I just always do constantly on my Minecraft builds. Pillars. Because they just add, it's a simple block change that just adds so much detail. And this build's already looking better, and all I had to do was get some pillars on it. And again, another break up with pillars, like right about here. And this build's looking better. It still is looking kind of trash. So we're gonna slap some cobblestone on the bottom. Kind of just following those basic techniques. And again, it's missing that layer of depth. So I'm gonna throw the door backwards and put an upside down stair like this. So it goes from this wall's layer to now you have the layer of the stair and then the layer of the door. Which kind of just, again, adds more depth to the build. And also glass panes. So again, so you have your normal wall layer and then your glass pane layer. And up here the same thing can be done. But also, you do something like this to add, I don't know, some shutters. You know, there's just a lot of different options on how to detail your builds and how to add depth to them. But if your build's getting a little, because that just looks kind of repetitive, so what you could do is keep it the same on the bottom layer. But up here, you just do something a little different, to where maybe it's just this top window up here. And you know, it kind of breaks it up a little bit. And like over here, maybe you have some plants. Like, we're kind of getting a little past that 2011 kind of building style, and you can start adding just more stuff. Like you add some plants right here, And that's looking pretty good, except the roof. I'm just not going to focus on the roof right now. But if you were just to add some basic slabs as a roof, you could have a Minecraft house that looks much better than it did. Like, it went from basically looking like this to looking like that, and that is an improvement. And just use the basic building techniques. And for this last build, again, it's just flat and repetitive. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do some more advanced building techniques on this. Not anything too advanced so that you guys can keep up, but I'm going to slap cobblestone on the bottom and throw in a new technique to where if you have a different layer, you use a different pillar type. So for my different pillar type for my cobblestone layer is going to be stone brick. So that the house, so that like it looks different and you can tell, oh hey, that's a new layer of the house. Because most houses in real life have different layers. I'm kind of going off of it. Stairs, glass panes, a really good technique, but double doors like this can be improved. You can put 2 staircases right here to have an archway double door. And again, teaming up with my guy Trapdoor. Trapdoors behind a door. You get something that looks like that to make it look like you have an extra tall door, which then breaks up the more flatness of the build. For all these windows, these windows are good. It's just they look too like the same. This build looks repetitive. So to kind of break it up, I can leave a window here with basic texturing, and then maybe right here I can go for a bigger window, because that could be like maybe where a staircase is in the house. I could go for a bigger window and slap like that on top of it. And then again, team up with my guy Trapdoor. And then get something that kind of breaks that up. And also, I could also nuke that and go with pillar technique and break up more of the build. But then if you gotta use like placing pillars wisely, and then your house kind of just starts to look a little weird if you place a pillar wrong. So like now this window looks a little off because of the pillar, so now I gotta increase it. So yeah. And from here you can place something like this, and that's already looking so much more detailed. And then now we're adding a new block to the palette, spruce wood. Now I won't be doing the entire roof, but if you were just to start your basic roof, kind of like that, maybe just go up another block. You can kind of already see how much better of a house this looks, even though I only did a couple of basic changes to it, and kind of adding on that, kind of adding with the depth, you can add more layers to a house. So maybe you want to throw some fence gates on the front, or have some oak leaves up the side, like right here, maybe like some out of control bushes. There's a lot what you can do in Minecraft with just the basic blocks in the game, that there really is a lot of opportunities for building. So yeah. This has been Tazing Animations. Thank you for watching the first episode of Tazing Teaches. If you learned something from today's episode, smash that like button. Make sure to subscribe. This has been Tazing Animations, and I'm out. Goodbye.